Hey everybody, welcome back. I want to talk more about this rando stuff. I was thinking about it, watching more and more people get into it. You know, some things happening to some people, some crazy things happening to other people. I don't know, for people closer to my age, and even if you're younger, if you're in your 20s or 30s, I want you to check out something. It's actually a book, and also there's a movie. It's called The Secret, and What the Bleep Do You Know? And it has something to do with, quantum physics and picturing stuff that you would like. It's funny, back when Oprah Winfrey was on show, she had the author on. Some people read it literally to, just sit back on your couch and, think about, a fancy Lamborghini or something like that. And then they walk out the front door and there's a Lamborghini sitting there. It's more about, focusing on what you want and doing anything to get what you want, whether it be working hard, doing whatever you have to do it. So my thoughts on this whole Randonautica stuff is, since it happens to some people, or certain things happen to some people, certain things don't, whatever your mind is depicting, you know, uh, your mind is going to be searching for. So, yes, there are some very odd coincidences that I'm still yet to explain. But if you're going to be sent to certain locations, and I could just imagine what the majority of people think, I'm sure it has to do with, death or mystery or something along those lines. So it probably has a bunch of predetermined destinations already in mind. Or maybe if something horrible happens somewhere, that automatically goes on there. I believe that something from the dark web is definitely intertwined into this somehow, whether it be getting people involved. If I was younger, if I wasn't a father, if I didn't have the responsibilities I would do it, because I'm curious and I would dig a lot deeper into it. But, I'm at the point of my life where, I'm obviously not going to put my child in danger. And I have just too much responsibility on my hands. But I want you guys to check out, The Secret and What the Bleep Do You Know? And that will put, because I know a lot of you guys are saying about quantum physics and all that stuff. And, again, it's thinking about stuff that you want or stuff that you are searching out to find. And I think there's some, kind of correlation between the two, kind of like mind over matter. Like when you think about it, your mind is going to sort out, and some of these destinations, I feel like it could be depicted in certain ways. Like, for instance, there was this actually a couple of locations that YouTubers went to, and there were many different things there. I mean, if you were thinking about, let's just say, I don't know, a Coke bottle, there happened to be a Coke bottle there. If you were thinking about, money, there was a couple of quarters on the ground, or there was a dollar on the ground. It's about what you're really looking for. And I just want you guys to take a peek. I'm not sure, especially more of, like I said, the generation in their teens, 20s, even early 30s. Uh, Check it out. What the bleep do you know? And The Secret. It's some, real stuff. And it's like I said about, kind of like keeping your mind focused on the prize, so to speak, and doing whatever you have to do, which is really working hard, and getting there. But again, it's your mind, thinking about something. Like, for instance, if I want this certain car, I'm going to be thinking about that car, and, I'm going to do what I can, to get that car. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but again, take a look. The Secret. What the bleep do you know? And also, one last thing before I go. Some of these investigations or some of these locations that people were sent to, and I know they bleep out the address, but I caught some of them. And when you do some Google searches on them, some weird stuff has happened in those specific places in the past. So, but I think because if indeed some YouTubers are not involved in it, and you're seeing these people jumping out of the bush, somebody found $20,000 cash, and some guy just jumped out of the bush, and started chasing them. I mean, and I don't know. If that's all true, then obviously I think people in the dark web are getting together and they're planning this stuff. It's weird because it's not just happening in one city, it's happening all across the world. Again, just be careful. Don't go alone. But I really think it has a lot to do with what's up here and what you're thinking. And again, if you're going to think about something, your mind is automatically trained to think about that specific thing. In closing, I was just watching, these girls, like teenagers, 20s or whatever, and they're thinking about like exes or whatever, and it took them to some destination, and it happened to be a gym in their hometown where their ex used to work at. I mean, you could pretty much draw any conclusion to wherever you go. Don't get me wrong, though. There are some locations that, it's still kind of a toss up. And, I don't know how they're getting to these situations. Just very odd. But I really want you guys to check out again The Secret. What the bleep do you know? And the more I find out, the more I will be in touch. Again, subscribe, like what I have to say. If you don't. But I'm going to throw up some more when I find out some more. Have a good weekend, everyone. Goodbye.